Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I will discuss about the structure of chromosome. This is a topic from class 10 syllabus and this topic is common for the students from all the boards. So let's start the lesson. See, in my previous video, I have already told you about chromatin fibers. Chromatin fibers are the networks of some thread-like structures that are present inside the nucleus. Now, when a cell enters into a cell division, in the initial stage, that means during the prophase, these chromatin fibers get condensed and they condense to form a structure which is known as chromosome. So in one sentence we can say chromosomes are the highly condensed coiled chromatin fibers. See here chromatin fibers are present inside the nucleus. This is the nucleus and chromatin fibers are present. When this cell enters into the cell division during the prophase, then what happens? These chromatin fibers, they condensed and they finally form coiled structures, that is the chromosome. Okay. Now the word chroma means colored and soma means body. Why they are considered as colored bodies? Because when we stain a cell, stain means we use various types of dyes, colored dyes, red colored or blue colored. Okay. All these dyes are used so as to color the cell. Now, after coloring or after dyeing the cell, when we place that particular cell under a microscope, then these are the structures, that means chromosomes are the structures or the bodies that are colored, that become colored, and we can easily see these structures under a microscope. Okay, that's why these structures are known as chromosome. Chroma means colored and soma means body. They are the colored body or the colored structures. Clear? Now let's see the structure of the chromosome. See, this full is the structure of a chromosome and this is centromere. I have already told you about the structure of the chromosome in short. See, the whole structure is of chromosome, but this particular portion is chromatid. Both these two arms, these are the chromatids. These two are also chromatids. Now these chromatids are attached to a particular point. That point is the centromere. So centromere is located at a particular site and this centromere is usually it is responsible for the attachment of the chromosome to the spindle fibers during cell division. So it plays a very important role during cell division because this centromere is responsible for the attachment of the chromosome to the spindle fiber. Clear? Now let's see, chromatin material is made up of two substances. Basically, chromosome is made up of chromatin fibers and chromatin fibers are made up of two substances. One is the DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, and another is the histones. Histone is a particular type of proteins that are present in chromatins. It's a particular type of proteins. Now, DNA is present around 40% and histones are present around 60%. Okay. DNA is present about 40% and histones are present about 60% in the chromatin fibers. So majority of the chromatin fibers are made up of histones. Now the DNA strand winds around a core of 8 histone molecules. Just imagine a football, okay, and around that football a long rope is wound with 1 or 2 loops. Okay, so let's see. Suppose these are the proteins, the histone molecules, and 8 histone molecules are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 histone molecules are present and the DNA strands are wound around the core of these 8 histone molecules like this. The nucleosomes. This structure is particularly known as nucleosome. See, this is the structure of nucleosome. First, chromosome is present and when we decoil chromosome, we will get chromatin fiber. See, this is particularly the chromosome. The magnifying image is this. See, this yellow portion is the histone molecules, the core of the 8 histone molecules, and this blue portion is the DNA. This blue portion is the DNA which is wound around the 8 histone molecules. See, this is the side view. This is the side view of the nucleosome. These are the 8 histone molecules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this red rope like structure is the DNA. So around the 8 histone molecules, a rope like DNA winds around that particular 8 molecules. As 8 molecules are present, that's why this structure, this single structure is known as octamer. Octamer. Why octa? Octa means 8. Octa means 8. That's why this particular structure is known as octamer. Okay. And an interesting fact is a single human chromosome contains about a million of nucleosomes. Okay, this is an interesting fact. Only a single human chromosome contains million of nucleosomes. Clear? Now come to the structure of DNA, another constituent of the chromatin material. DNA is about 40% that is present in chromatin fiber. This is a large molecule, that's why this is known as macromolecule. And DNA consists of 2 strands. Those are the complementary strands, 1 and 2. These 2 strands are present. And each single DNA strand is composed of repeating nucleotides. What are nucleotides? Nucleotide consists of 3 components. 1 phosphate group will be present in the nucleotide, 1 sugar will be present, and nitrogenous base will be present. The sugar present here is known as the pentose sugar. The sugar present is known as the pentose sugar. So each of the DNA strand will contain various nucleotides. And each nucleotide consists of a phosphate group, sugar, a pentose sugar, and nitrogenous base. Okay, they all are attached to each other. Clear? So, what are the nitrogenous bases that are present in DNA? 4 types of nitrogenous bases are present. Adenine, represented by A, guanine, represented by G, cytosine, represented by C, and thymine, represented by T. Now, these 4 nitrogenous bases, they bond differently. Adenine bond with thymine and guanine bond with cytosine. And ATGC, A and T bond with double bond. 2 double bonds are present between A and T, and triple bonds, 3 bonds are present between G and C, that means guanine and cytosine. Clear? In this way they form a ladder like structure. See the structure? They form a ladder like structure between the 2 complementary strands of DNA. Clear? This is basically the structure of DNA. See, this is the structure. This is the structure of nucleotide. This is the structure of nucleotide. Nucleotide consists of a phosphate group. The yellow portion is the phosphate group. This is the pentose sugar. That's why the structure is like a pentagon. And this is the nitrogenous base that is present. So these 3 are the constituents of a nucleotide. And this is the whole structure of the DNA. This is a particular strand and this is another strand. And in between, nitrogenous bases are present like the ladder. Okay? These nitrogenous bases join the 2 strands of DNA. And these nitrogenous bases are joined with each other with the help of double and the triple hydrogen bonds. So hydrogen bonds are present between the nitrogenous bases. Clear? This is the basic structure of the DNA. Now what is the DNA replication? DNA replication means the formation of new DNA strand. Here a new DNA strand will be formed. See, you can see the picture and I am also showing. See, suppose this is a DNA, and when DNA replication will occur, this is a process. This is a process of formation of new DNA strand. Now what will happen? Then along with the old strand of the DNA, a new strand will be formed. Suppose this is the old strand. Along with the old strand, what will happen? A new strand will be formed. See, this is the new strand that is forming. This is the new strand. Okay? So the pink one is the new. This pink is the new strand and this is the old strand. The red one is the old and the pink is the new strand. Clear? And ultimately what will happen? The new DNA will contain one old strand and one new strand. One new strand will also be present. Okay? And two DNA will be formed. Two DNA will form. Of course, like the cell division, after division what happens? From one cell, two cells formed. So from one DNA strand, along with the old strand, new strand will form, and the new DNA that will form after DNA replication, that will contain both the new strand and the old strand. Clear? This is the process of DNA replication. This much you have for class 10. You don't require any detail. Okay? So basically what happens here? First, nucleus is present. Okay? Inside nucleus, chromatin materials are present, chromatin fibers are present, and these chromatin fibers, what happens when the cell enters into the prophase, then these chromatin fibers, they condense and they form chromosome, right? They form chromosome. Now then these chromosome, what they do? They contain DNA and histone, like histone, and this histone molecules, what they do, the 8 histone molecules, they form a core, they form octamer, and around these core, DNA strand winds around this particular histone molecules. That means 8 histone molecules, and forms nucleosome. This particular structure is the nucleosome. So this is basically the summary of the structure of chromosome. Okay? Inside nucleus, chromatin fibers are present. Chromatin fibers then get condensed during cell division and they form chromosome. Chromosome contains DNA and histone. DNA is the deoxyribonucleic acid and histone are the particular type of proteins. 8 histone molecules, they form a core known as octamer, and around this octamer DNA strand will wind around, and in all total it will form nucleosome. Clear? This is the summary. Okay? Now what are genes? What are genes? Genes are the specific sequences of nucleotides. Genes are the specific sequences of nucleotides that are present on chromosome. That means if this is a chromosome, then there are specific sequences of nucleotides that we will call as genes. Suppose this particular sequence we can consider genes that are present on chromosome. This is a particular sequence of nucleotides, and this particular sequence will encode particular proteins which will express in the form of some particular feature of the body. That's why genes are considered to be the hereditary material. These genes are responsible for inheritance. Okay, so these are the specific sequences that encode particular proteins that are responsible for a particular feature of the body, and these are present on a chromosome. Clear? Now I think I have made myself clear, and this is all for this lesson. Now I will upload a next video very soon. Till then, stay tuned to my channel, and if you think my videos are informative and helpful, then please like and share my videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching my video.